Y'all know who it is, chat. It's your boy, I'm that guy. And today, we're doing one of the most controversial videos out. The most controversial video I'll probably ever make in my lifetime. We found the most common way to wipe after pooping. Now, chat, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe. And let's get into the video. Now, I gotta ask you a question before we start this video. Are you a sit-down wiper or you a stand-up wiper? In chat, there's only one right answer to this. But before we get into that, let's get into the video.
So often, a question is muttered out into the universe, and it changes the course of human history. I myself accidentally asked one of these questions to a group of my friends without really realizing just how powerful and polarizing it was. And that question was, how do you wipe your ass? Now stay with me, hold on. I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that when I ask my friends, like, how do you wipe your ass? There was like a group of 7 people. None of them did it the same way. There were things that were similar, but no one had the same routine. Everyone in the group was continuously blown away. Every time someone got up and said like, yeah, this is how I do it, we're like, what? There was things that I don't even know that are possible. One of my friends told me that before he takes a shit, he throws a bunch of toilet paper in the toilet and then shits on it like he's shitting on a little toilet paper bird nest. And
that is a waste of fucking toilet paper. What is the purpose of that? I'm going to clog my damn toilet. That's what he said. I want to clog my toilet, and so when I have to plunge it, I can see the shit rising to the top.
And that's when I realized, like...
when you have friends like these is when you realize you need to cut some people off. The dude that throws toilet paper into the toilet before he takes a shit, cut him off. He's a liability. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't think.
If they're blown away by how I do it, and I'm kind of blown away by how they do it, then what is the proper way? What is the most popular way?
I could tell you the proper way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And the proper way, you know, really separates beast from man. You know what I'm saying? This really separates beast from man. God's children from the beast. From animals of pure burden.
We don't really get lessons on how to wipe our own ass.
You shouldn't need one. You shouldn't need one. It should be innate. You know what I'm saying? It should be innate. You know,
parents, you know, potty time when you're a baby, they say, okay, you got to go to the toilet and do that. And they wipe your ass, but we don't remember. We're so young. Once I turned a certain age, my dad was like, wipe. You know, that was it. Like once he was doing it, and then one day he wasn't doing it. But he didn't try to like teach me how. I just did it what felt right at the time. So I was freaking out. I simply just could not move on with my life without knowing the correct way to wipe your ass. So we ran an actual case study, and I hired a scientist who looks like me and has the same exact name as me to present you with our findings. Take it away, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Listen up, fuckers. Today you're going to figure out exactly where you stand in society because we surveyed over 11,000 people to better understand post-bowel movement hygiene trends. Some of you dick whistles wipe your asses in ways that I didn't even know were possible. And frankly, I don't know how your rim hasn't fallen off yet. All right, so there are 4 pillars to wiping your ass. The first, motherfucker, do you sit or do you stand? I drew that.
Chat, and this what separates man from beast. This is what separates man, God's children, from the dogs. From the dogs.
If you're asking me, I am a sitter, okay?
Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Chat, this is what separates man from beast. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you the 3 pillars on why any human being should stand while wiping. First of all, I'm sitting in a chair, right, chat? You're going to reach behind your own ass. You have to go through enemy lines to just clean. Oh, that's not one of the pillars. That's just science. That's just science. You could tell this. You could tell why the people he hangs around are a bunch of stank. Dudes throwing toilet paper in, clogging the toilet, letting the shit rise, and the cesspools of friends that he hangs around. You know, this. And let me tell you the real reasons. The 3 reasons on why any person should stand. One, let's look at this. Let's look at the case study. Let's look at this case study, chat. Evolution. One is pure nature. Since the dawn of time, as we evolved, we have human instincts. We have still instincts from way back when, you know what I'm saying? That are survival instincts to keep us alive, you know? We may not need to worry about lions and jaguars, but now we have to worry about the common man, you know? In a survival situation, if somebody were to, God forbid, break into your home, invade your privacy, you cannot be up in this position, chat. This is your average sit down wiper looks like. A sit down wiper is a Homo habilis, a baboon, a hairless ape. That's what a sit down wiper is. Doesn't have the brain function of a normal stand up wiper. Stand up wiper here, sit down wiper here, all the way in the back. Human evolution has made us so we stand up when we wipe. This is what we've been building up towards, chat. Now, if somebody were to break into your home, the two most vulnerable situations a human being can be in is sleeping and shitting. These are the two most vulnerable situations a human being could be in. So why would you sell yourself short and being securely more vulnerable than you have to be? You know what I'm saying? You are sitting down. You're still sitting and somebody's ransacking your home, taking the children, taking your spouse, and you're sitting down, wiping your ass? Are you sick? You ape? You Homo habilis? You know what I'm saying? This is what sitting down brings you to. The level of animal, beast. The second reason, right? Besides nature. The second reason is that society, you know what I'm saying? Societally speaking, when you sit down, you're almost saying that you're giving up. You have given up. You're at rest. You know what I'm saying? It is a stationary pose. When you stand up, you're standing up high. You're saying like, I'm ready. I'm active. Wiping is supposed to be more of an active. You're using more body movements. You gotta throw it. You know, there's a lot more activity going on when you're standing up than sitting down. All right. And the real reason why you should stand up also is cleanliness. You're standing up, you got to clean yourself. You're getting full range of motion. You can finally move around. You think this silly ape sitting down can get everywhere? No, he can't. Standing up is the most proper way of doing things. Third reason, spiritually, naturally, mentally. Saying that the shit took so much from you that you have to wipe, that you have to stay in the sitting position while you wipe is sick. Is sickening. You know what I'm saying? It's saying that when shit comes in your life, when actual shit hits the fan and shit comes at you in real life, that is gonna put you down. That's what you're saying. Mentally. That's why a lot more people who sit down when they wipe are depressed. They're depressed, they're mentally deranged, they act foolish. You almost can't communicate with them because of how devolved they have become, how mentally inept they have become, and how more saddened in their sedentary space they have become. Because when when shit happens to them, they have to sit down. They have to give up. You know, that's almost like when you sit down to wipe, it's like almost every time when you're sitting down in real life, you lay down. You fully lay down. You commit to just wasting yourself away. No, you stand up. You preserve yourself. This is why good posture is important. This is why we've evolved this way. You know what I'm saying? When you stand up and wipe, you say the shit, no matter how big my shit is, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up. It's not how many times I have to sit down. It's the amount of times I have to stand up. It's the amount of times I get up after every shit. That's literally a phrase, chat. It's the amount of times I get up after every shit. This is why you should stand up when you wipe. All right, I'm hopefully this brought some more light to it. A sit down shitter is almost saying that you're an ape.
There's no reason to stand up. I'm not using the extra muscle. Not only that, but
see what I'm saying, chat? See what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not going to use the extra muscle when I stand up. This is just pure laziness, pure defeat. When shit comes at him, he's going to sit down, chat. When us standers, when shit comes at us, guess what we're going to do? We're going to stand up and wipe that shit and throw it into the toilet. We're going to stand up and we're not going to be like, help me, help. Like, come on, man.
I feel like if I stand, my butthole closes.
See, and this is the nasty shit logic that they're trying to confuse you with, chat. Don't let them confuse you with their nasty shit logic, their ape logic, chat. We just seen the diagram of human evolution. Stand-up wipers are fully fledged Homo sapiens. Sit-down wipers are baboons. They're ape. They're repulsive. Honestly, breeding with them should be a form of bestiality.
Cheeks, they close in on each other, and I'd be making a little shit sandwich.
You don't make a shit sandwich. You wipe your ass. That's what you do. You stand up to wipe your ass. Now, a shit sandwich would be when somebody breaks into your home, takes your possessions, and now you're sitting down like a little ape, like a little monkey, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to use the extra muscle. Oh, honey, I ain't going to defend you because I don't want to use the extra muscle. Take the children, take my possessions, take everything I worked so hard for because I don't want to use the extra muscle. I don't want to stand up for myself.
So I don't know why anyone would stand. But let's see what the data says. These fucking gloves. We found that 82% of people.
That is not true. That is not true. He went to a zoo, Chad. He went to a zoo. You think 82% of people sit down while they're wiping? You went to a fucking zoo, you ape. You know what I'm saying? You went to a zoo. He was like, see, these people sit down while they're wiping. They're apes. They're apes. Huh? Why do you think they're covered in so much hair?
Sit when they are wiping after a shit.
Yeah.
18 of you idiots are standing up.
Yeah, that's biased research.
Why would you stand?
Why would you sit? Why would you sit? You think any person that has any survival instincts would take themselves out of a vulnerable situation as soon as possible? I'm sitting down. I'm shitting. I can't do anything. Somebody breaks into my home. I'm mid shit. I can't do anything. But if I'm wiping, I stand up. I stand up. I show this person I'm even in a vulnerable state as I am. Most vulnerable state that I am in right now, I'm going to still be able to beat your ass. I'm going to still be able to defend my home, defend my family. You sit down wipers, you might as well just say, take my shit, take me.
You could sit. All you got to do is lean. If anything.
Lean, chat. All you have to do is lean. See how all this extra shit you have to go through because your lazy ass doesn't want to stand up? Lean over. Now you got how many angles do I have to now pit myself out? Damn, 82-degree angle, 90-degree angle to do some shit, wiping one ass cheek and then go to the other? Are you sick? Oh,
it opens up the runway.
No.
Understand what I'm saying? If you're standing, you're closing the gates. So if you're out there and you're standing, you're in the minority, okay?
Truly. And chat, you know what? Even if the standards up, people that stand up like us, we're in the minority, guess what? We're kings. Kings amongst men. You know what I'm saying? We don't sit down. Do you see the king sitting down before his subjects? No. You see the subjects kneeling before the king. So stand up, king. Stand up, queen. When you see your subjects kneel before you, when you see them cower in your presence, the aura, when they're sitting down to shit and they ask you, who's gonna help us? Somebody's breaking into the home. Guess what you stand there up can do? You can stand up and take care of business like you're about to do anyways. You know what I'm saying? You stood up to take care of business. You don't sit down. Help me! I'm sitting while I'm wiping. My forearm is covered in shit, and I can't defend my home. I can't defend my property because I don't want to use the muscle, the extra muscle to do anything. Kings, rise, arise.
Next, we have toilet paper style. Okay, you
What the fuck does that mean?
got folding and you got crumpling. This
Like I said before, the savage crumples its toilet paper. It has no fine motor skills. The savage does not care about having fine motor skills.
is what that looks like. This is what this looks like. Okay. Again, if you're gonna ask old Joey here what he does, I like to crumple.
Yep. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, chat? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, chat? A king stands. A king uses his brain, his intellect, his fine motor skills to fold the toilet paper. A savage. Look, he's showing his beastie. I don't want to watch this monkey explain to me what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? As a stander, you know what I'm saying? I stand and I use my fine motor skills that evolution has blessed me with, that God has given me to show off that, yes, I might be in some shitty situation, quite literally, but I'm going to show how proper, how civilized I am. You know what I'm saying? This person doesn't care. He will, chat, if you see a sit-down wiper, God forbid you walk in on them, because they might lean over and God forbid you walk in on a sit-down wiper, because they might lean over and throw their shit at you to save water. I'm not going to lie to you.
I like to get a little messy. I like to put it up into a ball.
Nasty.
And then I go crazy in my asshole like that.
Nasty.
Who has time to do a little origami
Nasty.
when you're taking
The
a
ape.
shit?
The
Not
ape.
me. But the
The
data
ape.
says
66% of us have evolved, but only 18% of us has truly reached the level of a Homo sapien.
66% of you 11,000 people that we polled are folders. And only 34% of us are crumps. This is shocking to me.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Because evolution should have dictated this to be your reality. But this is why I believe in God's divinity. You know what I'm saying? Because truly, he has separated man from beast in the most distinct ways possible. Right down to what we do as we shit, chat.
Because this is just more efficient. This is more time efficient. You know?
See? You don't care about time efficiency. You sit down and wipe. You know what I'm saying? You don't care about anything. You're a monkey. You don't know what the fuck is going on. Time has no relevance to you. You don't have a job to go to. You just sling shit and jump on trees and eat your ass.
Oh, if I get in
know
there,
what you do as
especially in
monkey.
a public restroom, I'm just.
God forbid you use a public restroom. Hey, chat. And this is really what's gonna separate the men from the apes. This is really what the Planet of the Apes was worrying about. You know what I'm saying? Sit down wipers, people that crumple their tissue while before they wipe. This is what the apes really are.
I'm just pulling as much as I can and then balling it up and fucking.
Subhuman.
I'm honestly, it's like a cheese grater against my asshole. It's not. It's probably not the best way to wipe your ass. I'm not even like confident in that. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably better. But I just who has that time? Whatever. 66% of you guys are overachievers. Fuck you. Next, we have the wiping direction.
Chat. I don't understand. This should be this in depth, but we're gonna get this in depth. The wiping direction. If you go from back to front, get your nasty ass away from me. It's front to back. You pull everything from your front to your back. You're wiping into your balls. You got shitty balls. That's what you're telling me if you write back to front. You have shitty balls. You have shit all over your legs, your thighs. You got shit everywhere. You wipe from front to back. You get all the stuff from your front and then you take it back. You get rid of it.
Up, down, what's going on? We have back to front.
This is the proper way. This is the way that man is supposed to do it.
Versus front to.
And this is the way that human garbage does it. Now, I don't even say human garbage, because that's the direct diss to humanity in itself. This is how filth does it.
I feel like this goes without saying, but we're going to find out how many people are insane. Survey says front to back, 85%.
This is what God has given us. You tell me front to back. This is what you're supposed to do. Now, back to this is a perfect psychos shit on their balls and puss. This is, if you write back to front, please stay away from
And
me.
then 15% are psychos with shit on their balls or puss. What are you doing? 15% of 11,000. Get a calculator. Find out how many fucking people that is. 15% of 11,000.
And those people should be treated like animals. I'm not even gonna lie to you, chat. When I say animals, I mean locked up in a zoo, showing the disgusting behavior to everyone to see. So little kids can point at them and be like, "Why is he doing it like that? Why is he doing it like that? He's nasty, mommy. I'm gonna throw rocks at him." And then we hand out free rocks, free hard, cold rocks to throw at him or her.
People are wiping towards their balls and or vagina. What the hell? 85% of us smart, normal, upstanding citizens. And the last pillar of shitting, I had these goddamn gloves. The average number of wipes per slice.
And chat, and this doesn't have anything to do with humanity. This is just, whatever the situation calls. Whatever the situation calls for. This is at your own discretion.
Slice of toilet paper. We got 1 to 2 wipes, 3 to 4 wipes, and 5+ wipes. I'm going to get to the data, but I just want to say, if you are wiping your ass with the same piece of toilet paper 5 or more times, jump off a bridge. Let's find out, though.
Average wipes per slice.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought you meant average slide. I thought you meant average number of wipes when you're pooping. I thought it was just how many times do you have to wipe? The average amount of time should be 1 to 2. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It may be 3, but this is not 5+ with the same shitty toilet paper. Keep your baboon hands away from me.
I fucking hate these gloves. All right, Daddy's home. 1 to 2 wipes. 63% of us are fucking normal, okay? Because that's what I'm doing. 1 to 2 wipes per square.
But it doesn't matter because you crumple up with your little shitty ass dirty fingers. It doesn't matter with your ape hands.
Then throw it away. 3 to 4, 30%. Okay, I guess you're trying to save money on whatever. 7% of you, what the fuck are you doing? 5+ wipes on a single piece of toilet paper. 7% of 11,000. Greg, what is the math? How many people is that? 770 people just fucking beating their asshole to shreds.
And chat, let's skip over to the most
Think that finding out if people are sitting or standing. I need about how much you make a year, your income. If you think for a second you are. Welcome back. Now we're pinning men and women against each other. Classic thing to do on the internet right now. Andrew Tate's gonna love this. Men fold more than women. Okay, so
women, I don't blame you. He only interviewed 11,000 of you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not too far off from men. I don't blame you. He only interviewed 11,000. I'm sure if the data were to show more women in this study. We don't know the ratio of men to women even in this 11,000. You know what I'm saying? He might have chose the nastiest women known to man. You know what I'm saying? The apes, like I said, he already found his brethren within the zoo. You know, so this is not purely factual data.
We beat you guys in the folding category. 72% of men fold. Only 63% of women are folding the toilet paper.
You don't fold. So I don't want to say men beat you in the category. See, this is the problem. There's a problem with a lot of people. They want to take credit. They want to take the credit for the successes of what the kings, what the queens are doing. The king grew those crops. You didn't grow shit. You didn't fold. You said it was too much work. You are the 63%. You're holding humanity back.
Binary people, what can you say about them? I'll tell you about them. Fucking non-binary people, they crumple the most. 39% of the non-binary crump, okay? Compared to women, 37% of women are crumping, and 20 is that rich women don't stand. If
Let's see this. Let's see this.
directly correlated to any sort of trend, rich women don't stand.
3% of rich women stand. You know what those 3% are? Billionaires, millionaires. See, people like to equate money with intelligence. No. The shittiest people have a lot of money. There's a lot of shitty people out there, apes, baboons, animals that have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So do not hold yourself accountable. Do not hold yourself in low self-esteem because you realize a shitty person had more money than you. Shitty people, a lot of shitty people have more money. How do you think they got the money? They were dealing with shit. They already had shit on their hands, so they don't care about what the shit they had to go through to get more money.
If a woman's making $200,000 or more, she's standing only 3% of the time.
Because we have morals. The 3% are the people who didn't get their money from drugging, destroying society, cartels, gangs, selling out their fellow man, woman. See, these women, the 3%, they got their money through honest, hard work. They're not Nepo babies. These are Nepo babies. Now, the 15%, you see how it increased? It increased a little bit over here. That's because we are still subject of high self-esteem. We're like the 1% to the 1%. You know what I'm saying? So
97% of the time, she's taking a seat. Compared to women who make less than $200,000 a year, they're fucking standing.
You know why? Because they don't want to deal with the shit that the rest of these people are going through. They don't have to deal with the shit. They said, I already have enough shit as it is on my plate. I don't want to have to deal with shitty forearms and shitty everything else. So let's go on to the next statistic.
Speaking of idiots, fucking men who wipe back to front. 38% of men with a PhD are wiping back to...
Like I said before, shitty life choices. Guess what they have a PhD in? Art, musical science, history. These are things that matter nothing to the real world. Shitty people. Now let's get into the real statistics.
15% of Asia who polled in the survey wiped their ass with one piece of toilet paper.
Amen. There's a lot. The continent of Asia is very vast. And I don't want to point any fingers, but I think we know where the vast majority of this 15%
is there like a toilet
from.
paper shortage in Asia that I don't know about and they're just trying to like ration?
If you want me to say it, I'm not going to say it. No, I'm playing, chat. There's just a lot more people in Asia. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot more chances to be shitty. So I'm not going to judge.
Their toilet paper? Why? Europeans got it figured out. 6% of the time. And they're only wiping 5+ times. I'm surprised they probably don't even wipe their ass in Europe. But they just spray bidets in their assholes. Let's take a look at more racial shit. We got ethnicities. Black people, Asian people, Hispanics.
You see how this is 72%. See, Hispanics are leading the pack. Even though I'm not part of the Hispanic community, you know, this is the levels that the black community should be on. 80% or higher. The 72% is a disgrace. I know white people, yes. I know you guys love having shit all over your hands and and your fingers, and you don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You see the bottom of the feet. It looks like they just got out of the mud stomping competition, taking first place. Like, now you got crumplers, 28%. All of these people, the real percentages we need to look at is crumplers, the nastiest folk of them all.
And the whites. 80% of Hispanic people are folding when they wipe their ass.
Beautiful
White
work.
people are crumpling more than any other
Nasty as
ethnicity,
shit.
which makes sense because I'm not going to lie. When I crumple, I probably don't do the best job. And
You don't do the best job. You don't say you're a baboon. You're a baboon. You crumple. If you crumple, you're a baboon.
our most alarming piece of information for last. Here's what we found. 11%. What does that mean? 11%. I'll fucking tell you. 11% of women are wiping back to front. Which
We don't need to discuss this. We don't need to discuss the eras of beast. You know what I'm saying?
burning when peeing.
This is just all the things that might have led up to the poor decisions of not standing up when you wiping back to front, crumpling. These are psychological and physical conditions you might be inflicted by. So it's all right. It's all right, man. Chat, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and